Hi, this is a short video. I'm going to do this one in English because it's actually for someone specific. It's about the benefits of doing Tai Chi and practicing Tai Chi, especially in conjunction with other activities, running, swimming, cycling, things like this. So, Tai Chi is mainly for health. Okay, and firstly, you need to distinguish what is health and what is fitness, because they're two different things. For example, someone can be healthy but can be a couch potato, 130 kilos, eating chips and pizza all day and watching, I don't know, Game of Thrones. That person can still be healthy, physically healthy. Obviously, they're unfit, they can probably barely go up the stairs. Contrary to that is you can take someone, a Tour de France cyclist or a professional athlete. Sure, they're very fit. They can cycle around France or do whatever. Are they healthy? It's debatable. Are they doing damage to their body? Probably, yeah. So with Tai Chi, it focuses, basically what I'm saying is Tai Chi focuses more on the health aspect, and the mentality of Chinese culture and a lot of Asian culture is very different to how we practice in the West for things like medicine. Because in the West, we do cure. You have a problem, you go to a doctor, you get cured. In China, the mentality is if you start developing a problem, or before you get a problem, if you know you've got, I'm asthmatic and I've been a lifelong asthmatic. So by practicing Tai Chi and increasing my lung capacity, I'm helping myself. Am I going to cure asthma? No. But am I going to probably increase my, lifespan? Probably, most certainly, I'd guess, unless I crash a car or something. So that's the important thing. Secondly, how Tai Chi affects the body externally and the benefits you'll see from practicing Tai Chi. Firstly, most exercises, activities, if you go to the gym, and work your muscles, you develop problems. People, having worked in a gym for a long time, people who work their shoulders, particularly guys work the front of their body. They don't worry so much about, the trapezius and the rear deltoids. So, because they're posing them, check me out. What they do, for example, this is just one example, but the ball joint, the socket, the shoulder socket, all the muscles get tight towards the front because that's where they work, and obviously they don't stretch or work their flexibility. So it actually gradually pulls the ball in the socket, if you can imagine, and then they start developing problems. They start having massages on the back of their shoulders because that's where the pain is, when really the problem, they should be loosening the front and doing so, or at least equally strengthening the back to align it again. So Tai Chi works a lot on posture. And the other thing with posture, which is really important, is, for example, if you've got a hip problem or a back problem or a problem with your spine, quite often they're not the problems. They're the effect of a different problem. For example, if you've got a bad knee and you're limping, one leg isn't strengthening, one leg isn't straightening fully, naturally your hip dives down. Yeah, is it your hip that's the problem that needs work? No, it's your knee. So by practicing Tai Chi, you will eliminate or certainly improve, if you've already got existing problems, you'll certainly improve some of these problems, and you'll notice the effects pretty quickly. It's all about being mindful to it, really, and thinking logically. Okay, breathing, lung capacity, anything like that. They say swimming is the best exercise, and arguably it is. Tai Chi works in a similar way to swimming, because swimming isn't, you don't work up a big sweat, and even doing the breaststroke, quite relaxing, you're still exercising. Tai Chi is very similar to this in how it works. You're taking big breaths, you're holding breaths and not so much holding, but controlling your breath, and that is obviously strengthening your lungs, and your lungs are combined with your heart. You can control your pulse rate if you've ever had your pulse monitored, just by speaking or holding your breath, or you can actually move your pulse change your pulse very slightly. Okay, strength. You'll get stronger doing Tai Chi. You won't get massive guns or anything, but Tai Chi works by holding postures a lot of the time and moving slowly. And it's the neurons, the nerve centres that affect. Just standing on one leg, if you try standing on one leg, you're wobbling and all the muscles are flicking and to hold your balance. So Tai Chi works in a similar way to this. If you imagine a pole, yeah, it's strong, but if but they don't, you need strength and flexibility. Crane cables and things like this, and rope, okay, they need to be flexible and strong, but they're made of fibres of the same material, and that gives strength. If you think of your muscles in Tai Chi working like this, that's where you become strong. Once again, having worked in a gym for so long, I know some pretty strong guys who can press and move some quite heavy weights, but are they strong outside of them exercises? Probably not. So posture helps everything as well. Tai Chi works a lot on the internal organs, which are really, really important. For example, having a bad posture, if you bring your shoulders into the centre of your chest and try and take a deep breath, it's really difficult. If you go back or extend your head, extend your neck, you'll find you can breathe easier. If you have a sedentary job, you have a job that you sit down a lot in, you're practicing or not practicing good posture, you're practicing bad posture. So all your internal organs are really, really important. They're not something we think about, especially with fitness, but for your health, yeah, internal organs are vital. You need them to survive pretty much. So, okay. The other aspect of practicing Tai Chi is mentality. Especially for older people, we tend to stop learning. You do a job, you study, you go to university, you do that job. You always need something to be practicing and learning. And in the same way that children, I live in Spain, children are quite forced to do what's called conservatorio, which is where they go to learn to play an instrument, like orchestral type instruments. Is there any practical benefit to it? No, they're probably not going to become a classical musician for the Philharmonic or anything, but it is proven by doing abnormal, unnatural things like learning an instrument, martial arts, dancing, learning actual proper dance steps. You're working the brain in different parts, you're improving your memory, you're fighting boredom and fatigue. It's so, there are many positive aspects to that, especially for educated people, because especially when you get older and you're thinking about retirement, unless you've got a hobby or something you can continually practice, you'll probably give up, because you'll get bored. But Tai Chi, I've been practicing Tai Chi for over 20 years now, and actually, when you're studying, you learn, especially, even in Kung Fu, you want to learn continually. But now I'm at the point where I just practice the same thing over and over again pretty much, because you know the benefit of it. Okay, so most Tai Chi classes are broken down into two parts. There's what's called Qigong or Daoying, and Qigong is what's typically known as, roughly translated, it's not exact because Chinese is a difficult language to translate, is energy work. And these are the set exercises with no martial application. They're designed, and if you practice them correctly, they're the ones, certain twists of the body with extensions of the arms, massage, organs, and very, very, very good. When you begin practicing it, you'll think, this isn't doing anything. It's not until, it takes a while, but it's not until you start feeling things in your body, okay, and stuff like that, because they're really complicated movement. Once again, it's not like going to the gym and just, doing barbell curls. Okay. The other side of Tai Chi is the forms, the martial forms. Most Tai Chi, what you'll see, will either be Yang, modern style Yang, or Chen. Chen is a lot softer, a lot more fluent, a lot harder to learn. Yang is probably the most recommendable, and it's the easiest to learn. And because it's still complicated and it's still hard to get perfectly right, even I can't. But you it gives you something to aim for and to practice. If something is too difficult to learn, you're like, I'm never going to be any good at this. Okay, so I hope I've covered some aspects and given you some food for thought. I say, even if you practice running, swimming, jogging, cycling, or another form to keep fit, consider Tai Chi as well, because it will supplement that. I've practiced martial arts for a very, very long time, and all my contemporaries when I was in my 20s and late teens, quite often, particularly with kung fu and kickboxing, they get injured. And when you get injured, and you get injured doing any sport, you stop practicing for a while. And when you stop practicing, you become out of the loop and you're like, okay, let's find something else. I put most of my longevity down to not having any serious injuries, obviously broken ribs and things from fighting, but actual torn ligaments or knees through Tai Chi practice. I started Tai Chi when I was maybe 21, 22 years old and have continued it ever since, and I'm pretty sure it has an aspect of that, because you're moving your muscles in different ways to set routines, and slow stretches, on the legs and things when you go into posture. So it's really, really beneficial. Okay, so thanks for listening and keep practicing. Okay, bye.